guess I didn't put it up. There we go. All right. Welcome all to the grand final of the 2022 Harvest League. Everyone in the final should be a familiar face by now. We've got Jack Pollock in seat 1, Evan Lynch in seat 2, Ian Bailey in seat 3, and Anu Kashyap in seat 4. So welcome everyone. If we're happy to start round 1, question 1 goes to Jack.
Good luck, y'all.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
And congrats on.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.
Okay, so round 1, question 1 for Jack. Performed during labor, what procedure makes a small cut to the perineum or external vaginal wall in order to enlarge the birthing canal? While still often used, this operation is no longer widely recommended. Ten seconds.
Pass.
Evan?
I'll pass.
Ian?
Pass.
Anu?
Pass.
That's an episiotomy. Question 2. In the book Literary Theory and Introduction, Terry Eagleton advocated for what school of criticism? E.P. Thompson and Eric Hobsbawm applied this approach to history.
Marxist.
Correct. Marxism? No, Marxist, that's right. And question 3. The Trio for Strings by composer Lamont Young is an early American work in what musical style? Also adopted by composers Terry Riley and John Cage. Simple and repeated forms characterize this style, which is also employed in the visual arts.
Minimalism.
That's right. Minimalism. And question 1 for Evan. Quechua language dialogue appears in The Motorcycle Diaries, a 2004 Walter Salles directed biopic about what person?
Che Guevara.
Correct. Question 2. Cleomedes described how Eratosthenes placed a gnomon in both Alexandria and Syene in order to measure what property of the earth?
It's circumference.
Yeah, circumference, size, anything like that is fine. And question 3. While working for Billboard magazine, who coined the term rhythm and blues? This producer for Aretha Franklin and Ray Charles helped Ahmet Ertegun to build Atlantic Records into a powerhouse. Ten seconds.
Holland.
Ron? Ian?
Pass.
Anu?
Abramson.
Ron? Jack?
Pass.
It's Jerry Wexler. And question 1 for Ian. The John Gere play 6 Degrees of Separation was inspired by the real story of David Hampton, a con man who claimed to be the son of which Hollywood actor? In the film adaptation of Gere's play, the character Paul also claims to be a son of this actor.
Oh, Valentino.
Ron? Jack?
Pass.
Evan?
Pass.
Anu?
Pass.
So Sidney Poitier. Question 2. In this iconic photo, in this iconic photograph of the Black Power salute, who is the man in the red jacket? This British noble was president of the IAAF and the 1948 Olympics Organizing Committee, having won gold in the 400-meter hurdles at the 1928 Olympics.
Berkeley.
Yeah, that's right. Lord Burleigh, or David Cecil, Marcus Vexter, any of those? And question 3. The popular deck building board game Legendary is part of what extended universe, which features characters like Spider-Man and Moon Knight?
Oh.
Arrowverse.
Right. Jack?
Marvel.
Yeah, it's just a Marvel. Yeah,
Oh.
game is a Marvel Legendary. And
Hmm.
question 1 for Anu. The head of Medusa inspired the logo of what high-end Italian fashion brand? The founder of this brand was killed by Andrew Cunanan in 1997.
Versace.
Correct, yeah. Versace. Question 2. John Kleinberg is a prominent researcher in a field which is named for examining fairness in which constructs. Prim and Crustle name greedy examples of these constructs.
Algorithms.
Correct. And final question of the round. What American tennis player won 8 Wimbledon titles between 1927 and 1938? A record that stood until Martina Navratilova bested it in 1990.
Wills Moody.
Yeah, that's right. So Jack and Anu are both on 3 points going into round 2. Question 1 is for Jack. What band incorporated the saxophone on the song Us and Them? This band also used the sax on the song Shine On, You Crazy Diamond. Ten seconds.
The E Street Band.
Evan?
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Pink Floyd, that's right. Question 2. Quechua dialogue sporadically appears in what 1972 film directed by Werner Herzog, in which Klaus Kinski played a power-mad conquistador?
Aegir, Wrath of God.
Correct. And question 3. In this photograph of Pele, after winning the 1970 World Cup, who is seen wearing the number 7 jersey? This Botafogo forward scored 33 times for Brazil, having replaced Garrincha in the national team.
Romario.
Wrong. Ian?
Pass.
Evan?
I'm going to pass.
And Anu?
Pass.
That's Jairzinho.
Oh, okay.
And question 1 for Evan. Nikolai Achinov was responsible for establishing Sagalo, a small colony known as New Moscow, on the shores of the Gulf of Tajura, in which modern country? Due to pressure from French forces, the plan is abandoned after less than a year. Ten seconds. Answer, please.
Algeria.
Wrong. Ian?
Djibouti.
That's right, yeah. Djibouti. Question 2. Evan? PGE2, which is commonly used to induce birth, is what sort of chemical compound? These vasodilators are eicosanoid signaling molecules, which, like thromboxanes, are suppressed by aspirin.
Prostaglandin.
That's right. And question 3. What deck building and collectible card video game features the 5-mana legendary card named Leroy Jenkins. This computer game built on work done for the World of Warcraft trading card game.
Hearthstone.
Yep, that's right. Blizzard properties. And question 1 for Ian. What region of Italy has the country's third highest GDP per capita? Largely thanks to being the production base for car companies such as Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Pagani.
Mhm. Emilia Romagna.
Correct, yep. That's where Motor
Oh,
Valley
yeah.
is. Question 2. In 2021, Versace collaborated with what other high-end brand in a project named The Swap? The fascist Palace of Italian Civilization is the headquarters of this brand, which employed Karl Lagerfeld and produced the Baguette handbag.
Fendi.
Correct. And question 3. Often tied to semiotics, what school of literary criticism views literature as a system of signs in which meaning is constructed within context? Ferdinand de Saussure pioneered this school in linguistics.
Hmm. Structuralism.
That's right, structuralism. And question 1 for Anu. Lamont Young also worked with what international artistic movement, through which Dick Higgins pioneered intermedia and Nam June Paik developed video art? Yoko Ono was also involved in this group, whose manifesto was penned by George Maciunas.
Fluxus.
Fluxus, that's right. Question 2. The Schiehallion and Cavendish experiments provided the first broadly accurate measurements of what property of the Earth? The Cavendish experiment found this property by combining 2 of Newton's laws to analyze the gravitational forces between 2 objects. Ten seconds.
The universal gravitational constant.
Ron? Jack?
Mass of the Earth.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
Mass.
or the Earth's density or specific gravity. Mass is the main answer, that's right. And final question of the round. The critic Dave Marsh coined the term punk rock in a review of which Michigan band, whose biggest hit was 96 Tears?
Pass.
Evan?
Pass.
Ian?
It's question mark and the Mysterons. So I guess Mysterons is the important bit.
Yeah, that's right. Question mark and Mysterians. So going into round 3, Ian is on 6, Jack and Evan on 5, Anu on 4. Question 1 is for Jack. Who made waves at an award show in February 2000 while wearing the iconic silk chiffon green Versace dress, with a neckline that plunged beyond the belly button?
Lopez.
Correct, yeah. Jennifer Lopez, that's right. Question 2. Russian cannons provided vital support for which Ethiopian emperor at the Battle of Adwa in 1896? This powerful military leader repelled Italian invasions and expanded his realms to nearly the size of modern Ethiopia.
Menelik. The second.
Yeah, that's right. And question 3. In his most prominent role on screen, who appeared in the film 6 Degrees of Separation as Doug A man who leafs through a yearbook and asks other characters if they remember Greg Grunberg, a real-life collaborator of this man. This producer of the TV series 6 Degrees is better known for his directorial work.
Cameron.
Ron? Evan?
J.J. Abrams.
That's right, J.J. Abrams. And question 1 for you, Evan. David J. Gunkel wrote a book titled for applying which concepts to robots? Jeremy Bentham claimed that these constructs were nonsense on stilts. Ten seconds. Answer, please.
Right.
And the last gasp, yeah, that's right. Question 2. A prominent saxophone part features on the song Jungle Land, which was recorded by what musician? That song appeared on an album that also included the track Thunder Road.
Bruce Springsteen.
Springsteen. And question 3. What word precedes 1960 in the title of a collection of works by Lamont Young, inspired by people like David Tudor and John Cage? Vasily Kandinsky painted 10 works with this title.
Improvisation.
Ron? Anu?
Pass.
Ian?
Pass.
Jack?
Pass.
It's composition.
Oh, right.
And question 1 for Ian. Between 11 and 14 weeks of pregnancy, people will often undergo an NT scan to detect disorders such as Down syndrome or Turner syndrome. If the T stands for translucency, what does the N stand for?
Hmm. Nuclear or nucleus, that sort of thing.
Ron?
Okay.
Anu?
Pass.
Jack?
Pass.
Evan?
I'll pass.
It's nuchal, N-U-C-H-A-L, which I don't think is related. But,
Okay.
Yeah. Question 2. Carl Gauss was the first person to measure the strength of what property of the Earth, which has decayed approximately 10% over the last 150 years. The direction of this property inverts roughly once every 450,000 years.
Magnetic field.
Correct. And question 3. Nicknamed the Goddess, what tennis player beat Helen Wills in the 1926 match of the century? One of the first professional tennis players, this winner of 5 consecutive Wimbledon singles titles, was undefeated, playing doubles with her partner, Elizabeth Ryan.
Lenglen.
Correct. Question 1 for Arnie. In this iconic Formula One photo, who is in the car during a refueling incident? This man raced for 7 teams between 1994 and 2003, and he was the first person from his Western European country to score a podium in Formula One. Ten seconds.
I'll try burger.
Ron? Jack?
Pass.
Evan?
Jos Verstappen.
That's right. Yeah, that's for stuff. Question 2. Which region of Italy is home to most of Fiat's car production plants? This region produces almost 75% of the world's carded wool, and it is the site of Barolo and Asti wine production.
I'll try Piedmont.
Correct. Yeah. The T in Turin, T in Fiat indicates Turin. Turin. That's right. And final question of the round. The popularity of which approach to literary criticism was boosted by a 1988 essay in which a Derrida scholar examined the Sati tradition?
Deconstructionist.
Wrong. Jack?
Pass.
Ian?
Deconstructionism.
Wrong. Evan?
The subaltern approach.
I guess I'll prompt.
Like subaltern theory.
It's a post-colonial theory.
Nah.
But that is the kind of subaltern speak essay. Yeah.
Yep.
So going to round 4, Evan on 9, Ian 8, Jack 7, and Anu 5. So round 4, question 1 for Jack. What human faculty is paired with computer power in the title of a book in which Joseph Weizenbaum argues that there are jobs that AI systems should never perform? Thomas Paine promoted deism in a book titled The Age of This Concept.
Reason.
Correct. Question 2. The name of the bluegrass genre was inspired by the Bluegrass Boys, a band founded by what Kentucky-born mandolinist? With Al Scruggs and Lester Flatt, this man brought the genre to prominence.
Monroe.
Yeah, that's right, Bill Monroe. And question 3. Which region of Italy has the largest GDP, accounting for over a fifth of the country's total, and reflecting the fact that it is the industrial hub of the country? The construction firm We Build and the holding company Fin Invest are based in this region.
Tuscany.
Well, Anu?
Lombardy.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Fininvest is that's Berlusconi's company, Berlusconi's daughter's company at this stage. And question 1 for Evan. In an approach associated with literary scholars such as I.A. Richards and the New Critics, what adjective characterizes a form of reading?
Close.
Correct. Close reading. Question 2. 4 Academy Award nominees appear in the film 6 Degrees of Separation. Will Smith, Stockard Channing, Ian McKellen, and which other actor who gained his nomination for his role in the film Longtime Companion? The star of the 1971 horror film Willard played Senator Kelly in several X-Men films. Ten seconds. please.
Smith.
Wrong. Anu,
Pass.
Jack,
Pass.
Ian.
Pass.
So Bruce Davison. And question 3 for Evan. One of the first female tennis stars after World War II, which American tennis icon won the Calendar Slam in 1953. This player, who is often referred to by a nickname, retired from tennis at the age of 19 due to a horse riding accident.
Donnelly.
Yeah, or Little Mo. that's
Little
right.
Mo.
Question 1 for Ian. Quechua dialogue appears in the 2002 crime thriller The Dancer Upstairs, the directorial debut of what actor? In one film starring this actor, a passerby in a car shouts at him to think fast before throwing a can at his head.
Hmm. De Niro.
Ron, Anu,
Pass.
Jack,
Pass.
Evan.
Pass.
That's John Malkovich. It's often claimed that in the scene of being John Malkovich, where someone throws a can at his head, was just a pedestrian doing that, but it was staged by the crew. Question 2. What is the name of the installation and performance venue created by Lamont Young and his wife, Marianne Zazila? Often featuring the light art of Zazila, this roving venue has hosted performances of the Theatre of Eternal Music Collective.
No answer.
Anu,
Pass.
Jack,
Pass.
Evan.
Pass.
It's called the Dream House. And
Right.
question 3. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant is a rock song prominently featuring the saxophone and was recorded by which artist for the album The Stranger?
Billy Joel.
That's right, Billy Joel. And question 1 for Anu. What strategy board game, which spans multiple generations, sees the player take control of one of the corporations competing to carry out the title objective? Players can draw project cards in this game, which might require them to raise the temperature or oxygen level of this game's setting.
Terraforming Mars.
Correct, Terraforming Mars. Question 2. During a pregnancy, the weight and position of a baby can be detected using a series of maneuvers named for what German gynecologist? This set of 4 maneuvers allows a medical professional to determine the orientation of the baby's head.
Muller.
Rob, Jack,
Pass.
Ian,
Pass.
Evan.
Pass.
Leopold maneuvers after Christian Leopold. And question 3, last question round. Nikolai Gumilyov, who wrote extensively about his visits to Ethiopia, was executed for his alleged involvement in the fabricated Tagantsev conspiracy. His death had a profound impact on the work of what poet to whom he was married?
Akhmatova.
Correct, yeah, Anna Akhmatova. Going to final round. Evan is on 11 with 4 bonus types. Jack and Ian on 9. And Anu just behind on 8. So suddenly all to play for. Start the final round. Question 1 for Jack. Inspired by his analysis of a book by Fourier, Lord Kelvin used the rate of the temperature decay of the inner core to estimate what property of the Earth. Zircon samples from the Jack Hills of Australia have been used to give an approximate upper bound to this property?
Age.
Correct, yeah, age of the earth. That's right. Question 2. What strategy board game has regular auction rounds, during which players bid on energy plants? This iconic German board game is a common recommendation for people getting into Euro-style games. Ten seconds.
Agricola.
Ron? Anu?
Pass.
Ian?
Pass.
Evan?
Pass.
That's a Power Grid or Funkenschlag.
Mhm.
And question 3 for Jack. In the 1950s and 60s, which Brazilian tennis player increased the international popularity of the sport by winning 7 Grand Slam singles titles, including 3 Wimbledons?
Bueno.
Correct, yeah, Maria Bueno. Question 1 for Evan. With less than half of the figure for Lombardy, which region of Italy has the lowest GDP per capita? Global bergamot production is centered on the city of Reggio in this region, which lies across the Strait of Messina from Sicily.
Calabria.
Correct, yeah. Bergamot production not centered on bergamot, surprisingly. Question 2. In this iconic photograph of LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, who is the Milwaukee Bucks player in the number 12 jersey? Perhaps best known as a Clippers player, this man was the first Cameroonian to play in the NBA.
Umba Amute.
Correct, yeah. Luke Mba Amute.
Very good.
Question 3. What is the name of Versace's signature chainmail-like fabric? Although it resembles sequins, this material is actually made from metal, and it shares its name with the oldest Australian fashion house. Ten seconds.
Akubra.
Anu,
Pass.
Jack,
Pass.
Ian.
Pass.
That is Oroton, Oroton. And question 1 for Ian. A common critique of the use of AI learning algorithms is that they are opaque, often because they work using witch constructs. A Boltzmann machine is an early example of these constructs, the simplest form of which is a perceptron.
Neural nets.
Correct. Question 2. The Riot Girl genre was named for a fanzine created by several American musicians, which lead singer of the band Bikini Kill was one of the co-founders of the zine.
Smith.
Right, Anu?
Hannah.
Correct, Kathleen Hanna. And question 3 for Ian. After serving as a military advisor to Menelik II, Alexander Bulatovich left the Russian military to become a monk at the Saint Pantaleimon Monastery, in which location? Dinocrates suggested carving this mountain into an enormous memorial to Alexander the Great.
Mount Athos.
Yeah, that's right. Mount Athos. Yeah. Question 1 for Touch Me, a rock song featuring a prominent saxophone part, is by which band? This band also recorded the 1971 album LA Woman and the song Roadhouse Blues. Ten seconds.
The Dorks.
Yeah, that's right, the Doors. Question 2. In 6 Degrees of Separation, Will Smith's character suggests that Sidney Poitier is making a film adaptation of which musical? While Ian McKellen's character mocks the idea of a film of this musical, Ian McKellen would later appear in a version of it.
Cats.
Mhm.
And final question. Quechua dialogue appears throughout what 2010 film directed by Isiar Boyain, which concerns a fictional Mexican director making a film about the Bolivian water crisis?
I can't say I know my ECR Boyain films. El Jefe.
Rob, Jack,
Pass.
Ian,
Pass.
Evan.
Pass.
That's Even the Rain. So final scores through a tie in second on 11. Then Evan takes first with 13.
Nicely
Well
done,
played,
Evan.
everyone.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cheers,
Well
guys.
done,
That was a
Evan.
good game.
yeah.
And
another
good thing you
classic tie.
don't need to break that tie.
Yes, we got the yeah. Yeah, we got the spares for it, but yeah, I think we don't need to worry too much about time for second. I'm sure you'll be happy to take second place.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop the recording.